Today's video concludes the good student mentality versus con man mentality series for now. This has been my multi-part campaign to convince you to be a little bit less like a good student and a little bit more like a con man. And so far I've told you, good students play the game, con men see the board. That was part one. Then I told you, good students are brittle. They crumble at the first mistake. Con men expect things to go wrong. That's when they get smart and scrappy. That was part two. And then I told you, good students wait for permission. Con men show people what is possible. That was part three. And today, here's the fourth way that con men are different from good students. Good students think that they have to do it all themselves. Con men build great teams around them. So in season 3, episode 15 of White Collar, Neil Caffrey gets an opportunity to work with one of the best con men in the business. His name is Gordon Taylor. So what makes Gordon Taylor so good? Is he the fastest safecracker? Is he the best document forger, the savviest hacker, the smoothest fast talker? Nope. Gordon Taylor builds the best teams. Being picked to be on his crew is an honor. Everyone is treated with courtesy and respect. His jobs are bold and visionary enough to be exciting, but also meticulously planned and thoroughly de-risked. And in a world where everyone lies and no one can be trusted, Gordon creates an environment of professionalism and trust. He has a simple motto that he always delivers on. Nobody gets caught, everybody gets paid. It's a promise that's unheard of in the world of con men, and the best in the business clamor to work with him. Now, good students tend to tie their self-worth to their individual performance, and this often makes them hesitate to build a team. Admitting that you need other people, allowing those people to do things their way, not your way, or God forbid, admitting that someone else can do something better than you can, all of that seems like admitting defeat to a good student. Con men, on the other hand, take a realistic and impersonal view of what it takes to get a job done. They don't have all the skills necessary. They can't be in multiple places at once. They need other people and other skill sets to make this happen. And none of this is a blow to their ego. This is just a realistic assessment of the situation. They don't shrink their ambitions so that they can be achieved single-handedly. They don't micromanage so that every little thing is done exactly how they would have done it. And they don't let the reality that they need other people to shrink their self-worth. Instead, they take pride in being the kind of leader that can make a team greater than the sum of its parts. And then they go make big things happen. So where are you martyring yourself on the altar of high performance? Ugh, my team member just isn't good at this yet. I'll just do it myself. Just let me do the chores. You don't do it right. Hire help, delegate. So you're telling me that I'm doing a terrible job? If you're hearing yourself say things like that, you are martyring yourself on the altar of high performance. And I want you to ask yourself, how can you start looking at the situation like a con man crew leader? I want you to be saying things like, this rookie is a little green. That's totally normal. How can I train them up until they're ready to stand on their own? Or, okay, so my getaway driver doesn't keep the car as clean as I'd like. Does it matter? Does that move the needle? And if not, let me just leave him to it. And hire help, delegate? Of course, this job is obviously too big for one person to do alone. Now, here is the magic secret to changing your mental habits and embedding a new way of being into your day-to-day life. The magic secret to stop living in good student mentality and start living in con man mentality all of the time. That secret is marination. Changing your mental habits is not about making one big push and then you're done. It's actually about doing a little bit every day until the change has happened before you even know it. And changing your mental habits is not about doing tons and tons of active work. Passively dripping new ideas into your brain in the background while you do other things is plenty to shake your brain up and start to rewire it. I want to ask you, how did most of the ideas that are currently in your brain get formed? They were formed through marination. You didn't sit down and decide. This is what's successful versus not successful. This is what's beautiful versus ugly, lazy versus productive, rude versus polite. You actually just marinated in all the inputs that your environment gave you, and your brain formed those ideas automatically through that marination. And marination is one of the key principles that my course and coaching program is built around. When you join, you're going to get three things. You're going to get a course that lays out the core concepts and frameworks that underlie all the coaching we do. You'll also get access to coaching from me. We can talk live during my coaching office hours, or we can talk asynchronously if you submit your scenario through the write-in form. And you will get a library of case studies to marinate in. All the coaching in the program that I deliver is also a case study for everybody else in the program. Because listening to other people get coached is one of the most powerful ways for these concepts to sink into your head and rewire your brain. Course, coaching, case studies. Just marinate in all three of those things and your brain will change. I guarantee it. Join the program waitlist today at the link above.